Ladies and gentlemen, another big victory has been recorded by the farmers of Mali in the Kidal region of Mali today. This battle happened between the farmers and the Azawad group of militias. It lasted for about 1 hour, but according to the information that got to us, that the farmers of Mali, in collaboration with a group of militias that belong to the Tuareg clan that are being called the Gatia group of militia, they said they are pro-government group of militias, and they have been working hand in hand with the government to combat this same Tuareg Azawad terrorist group. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a serious battle, but at the end of the day, they came out on top. But according to sources claims that even this Gatia group of militias, they understand perfectly the modus operandi of the Azawad group of militias, and they said they are very, very terrific on the front line. Their mode of engagement in the theater of combat is purely different, even though it's old, but very, very effective. And they are very, very disciplined in carrying out their duty. Ladies and gentlemen, some of these terrorists were neutralized and some of these terrorists were arrested. Now you can see some of the terrorists that has been arrested in the picture here below that I can show you. Now, what do you think about the collaboration of the government, the farmers of Mali, with this Gatia group of militias? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's beneficial enough for the government of Mali to collaborate with this group of militias, which are a group of individuals that has chosen to take up arms in defense of the nation of Mali against terrorist aggression? Don't you think it will backfire at the end of the day? But do you think at the end of the day it's going to yield an enormous level of benefit? Now, since they are a group of militias, by the time all is being said and done, when the war is over, do you think the weapon they carry now won't be a problem at the time? I just want to get your clear opinion. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have another breaking news from Nigeria. After the gruesome killing of the citizens of Benue, over 200. This is just one episode of the unaliving that has been going on in Benue State. There are several, even more devastating, gruesome murder that we've not even reported. A lot has been going on. This has been going on for years now. And government after government after government keep failing the Nigerian citizen. But ladies and gentlemen, the governor of the Benue State has come out to release a statement. And according to what he said he is against citizens defending themselves. But he has suggested a new methodology of the community policing.
Also, the people of Benue State and perhaps others also look forward to that reconciliation. There has been called that if this is not nipped in the bud, people may resort to self-defense and begin to defend themselves and their communities. Do you see this as a possible reaction if this lingers? And now, what are your concerns?
Let me begin with my concerns, ma'am. One, you need to be trained to understand the dynamics of fighting, of guerrilla warfare, of getting out there to attack. The Constitution permits all of us to defend the self. The question is to what extent? Each time I speak about this, I not only get very passionate about it, but I cautiously guide my citizenry. It is not just advisable for you to say you will pick your knives and your machetes and sticks to get out there to fight. That is not good. There are conversations around this theme of community policing. I am one of the governors that accepted this, that projected it, and at any time at all, we call for community policing. If it is community policing, then the full power resides with to call on those who understand the terrain where we're being attacked, who know the beginning and the end, the length and the breadth of our borders, because this would be right within their local government. So they will know the terrain, they will know what infests us, and then they will know who to send forward to join the ranks of the community police.
So
I understand that people have their own doubts, that there will be abuses. I mean, there are abuses in everything.
Yeah.
There are abuses in everything.
And perhaps access to sophisticated weapons as well.
Yeah, and then when the federal government, wise enough to say, if we are bringing community policing, this is what should come to bear. These are the kind of arms these people, the people in different states should carry. And I think that would make some very good common sense. But where you have people who just decide to work up because of sentiments and emotions that are attached, to what is happening with us and within us, I think we'll be rendering ourselves a bit more vulnerable. So I wouldn't advocate for self-defense. I would encourage us all to keep calling for community policing, because it's the only way, it's the only people from within the state and the local government who would understand what is going on with them. I just come to think of it, before now, here in the States, the chief area in particular, we have the traditional tax collectors, we have the third-class chiefs, we have the second-class chiefs, we have the first-class chiefs, we have the paramount rulers. These were people who ruled, who governed the chief spaces, and things worked out, before independence. And this should never be far-fetched. Thank God we are working with our traditional institution here in the state. And they have been of very tremendous support. The Totiv and the Ochidoma, whose people hear them, listen to them, and cooperate with them.
Your Excellency, let me just come in here for the want of time.
Supporting, but again, their powers are limited. Even in the Constitution, their powers are very limited. So there's only much they can do. So that's what.
Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Can the community policing be sabotaged by the same element that tend to fund and empower this terrorist element? According to late General Sani Abacha of Nigeria, any insurgency that is beyond 24 hours has a political influence that is backing it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is looking somehow. For me personally, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But best of luck to the people of Benue State, and our hearts, our condolences, our prayers are with them. But when you hear a governor, the first citizen of Benue State, speak like this in trying times like this, ladies and gentlemen, this is a reason for serious concern. What do you think in the comment section below? It's your boy 7200 signing out. Enough said. Ladies and gentlemen, want to appreciate everybody on this platform. Those that comment, those that likes, those that make sure that Android community keep moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are the real Android. We are just opportunity to be able to represent you guys. Thanks for staying with us, and God bless you as you watch. I'll see you tomorrow because I will be going to work today. Thanks so much, and God bless you.